Hi, this is It Came Cheap. That's where I take a look at a few products at prices on the low. Today I'm going to be checking out a few items I picked up online for around $1. Alright, let's check this out. First up, we have a universal remote that I picked up online for about $1.70, $1.75, something like that. But I did have to buy like 6 of them. But, you know, this one I have programmed to a TV, and I was pretty happy with it. You know, it's a basic universal remote. I think it looks pretty sharp. So we'll take a look at that, try to test it out. Right, now I've got this little bad boy. It's a tiny little keychain, but this is, are you getting a theme here? This is also a universal remote, but it's a little keychain. Doesn't have many buttons. You've got channel up, down, volume up, down, mute, power, and then I'm guessing that's kind of an input button, AV, TV. Just a little keychain remote. I thought this was pretty cool. Found this online for right at $1 on eBay. And now it came with this small instruction booklet, little instruction booklet. Normally these universal remotes are pretty complicated and you gotta push a code in and it's pretty complicated. This one doesn't look too complicated to try. So we'll have to test this out. All right, here we have, looks small, but this is a also for a universal remote. Now I ended up buying 2. These were at $1 on eBay. I had the idea a long time ago of having an app on your phone that makes your phone a universal remote. Thought it was $1 million idea, but apparently other people thought of it and could actually apply it before I could. But so what this is, now if you had a newer smartphone and TV, this wouldn't even plug in because there's no headphone jack on a new smartphone. But and if you had a newer TV, I think you would just be able to sync up your phone with your smart TV. But I have a dinosaur of a TV. I have old TV. Plugging it in, because I have an old TV, you got to have the infrared thing for the remote. So we're going to try testing this out. All right. 3 universal remotes. Let's test them out. All right, this first one, let's see. We got power. All right, power works. Let's see, we've got volume. Volume works. Channel works. And then this was the main thing. This input button. Press this input button and you can switch that. So that's cool. A lot of times these universal remotes, you can't do that, or you can't do everything that you would hope you could do. You can just change channels and turn it on and off a lot of times. But this one I was able to use the input button. Now I can get into the menu. Let's see if I press menu. No. Alright. Here's the thing. When I press down, it wants to change the channel. So these directional pads don't work. You can't do it with the menu. But you can get it on the menu and then try to use the buttons up here to change it around. And that's what I did. So I still think this was a good universal remote. For $1.75, this was a good universal remote. Try this bad boy. It says manually turn on the TV. Press hold the mute on button to aim your remote at the TV. Will begin searching. When the TV screen display mute, now release the mute key and finish the programming. All right, let's try this. Hold. Okay, this took some tinkering around. My first piece of advice, it says turn the TV on. And then you want to hold the mute button down. All right, you see how it's blinking like that? All right, it's searching. It's blinking, blinking, and as soon as you see there, as soon as you see that mute pop up, that's when you stop, and it should work. See, yeah. Channel's working. Volume's working. And then this is the coolest part, at least with this TV, you can switch that with this little tiny remote. It's pretty cool. So I dig it. It took some playing around with though, because the light wasn't, it took some tinkering, but it worked. I'm very happy. Dollar bill, y'all. All right, so my final thoughts were, this one here is probably gonna be your best bet. You know, it's got more functionality, but not every button's gonna work, you know? I find that with a lot of universal remotes. Not every button's gonna work. But for the most part, hey, if you don't have a remote and you need something, you know, hey, $1.75, this wasn't a bad remote. This one actually probably worked the best, I would have to say. Now, this frustrating mother effer, I could not get to work. And you know, even if I had gotten this thing to work, I don't think it's all that practical. You gotta plug this into the headphone jack on your phone, then go to an app on your phone. Well, for one, in the description when I bought this, the app that they tell you to download, that doesn't even exist anymore. So I had to try like 4 different apps, couldn't get any of them to work. Tried it on different TVs. Frustrating piece of crap. So I don't recommend this IR headphone jack dongle universal remote. I didn't like it. I'll put it that way. And last but not least, now this one is probably my favorite, but at first, I don't know if the battery wasn't in properly or the battery's getting low or something on this one. The battery was dying because I had trouble setting it up at first when the directions seemed pretty easy. But luckily I bought a couple of them and this one worked out the gate. Easy to set up, and I mean, it had decent functionality. You had got your channel up, channel down, volume up, volume down, mute, power, and then this will switch your input. I mean, that's just about all you need. So I would have to say this is my favorite for $1 universal remote. Thanks for watching.